This amendment really is the idea of Congresswoman Gabby Giffords from Arizona. After having been to the border of Arizona with her staff, I learned firsthand the problems that not only Texas and other states, but Arizona specifically have with communication when ranchers are on their property. On March 27, 2010, rancher Rob Krentz of Arizona was murdered 20 miles north of the border from Mexico in an isolated area of Arizona. The lack of communications capability made Krentz more vulnerable than he would have been otherwise and complicated the search for the assailants. His wife believes that it was in a cell phone dead zone where he was killed and that he was trying to call for help, but his cell phone would not work. Since that time, Congressman Giffords has been working diligently on this issue, and I have had the opportunity to work with her on other border security issues as well as this one. These dead zones are so common that oftentimes border ranchers in Arizona and Texas rely on shortwave radios to communicate and call for help when they are in trouble or they see illegal crossings into their property. The inability of the U.S. government to secure the U.S. Mexico border creates public safety hazards for residents of border areas and the law enforcement agents who patrol them. Many border areas are rural and lack wireless communication capabilities like phone service, and they exacerbate the border-related public safety concern. Once again, I want to thank Congresswoman Giffords and her staff for this legislation. I yield how much time he wishes to spend to the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Altmire.
We are joining in the office of Congresswoman Giffords in offering this amendment. I had the opportunity last week to travel to Congresswoman Giffords' district in the 114-mile border that she has along the Mexican border and her district. And when you see, as my colleague from Texas knows, these ranchers and the territory that they have to cover, and we have a national community campaign now, if you see something, say something. Well, these are areas where you don't have the communications. Even if you see something, there's no one to tell. There's no way to get that message out. So what the gentleman from Texas is trying to do with this amendment is make sure that the equipment is there so that these ranchers and community citizens, if they see somebody coming across the border, if they see something that is alarming to them, they're able to communicate it. Right now, that technology does not exist. They are literally in the dark.
This money is necessary so that people who live on border areas can communicate with law enforcement. Cell phone service is a basic necessity for security. It is a national security issue. It is a homeland security issue, and it is a border security issue.
This is a 2-minute vote. All time having expired on this vote, the yeas are 327, the nays 93. The amendment is agreed to.